Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today we are going to be tackling a little bit of privacy news, and we are specifically going to be talking about your camera is watching you. What do we mean by that? Well, that's kind of what we're going to be talking about. But before we get into that, we are going to be sponsored today by Private Internet Access as an affiliate link. So they're not paying me to do this, but this is an affiliate link. If you are in need of a VPN, maybe you need to protect an individual device, maybe you need to you're traveling around to coffee shops, or you have a reason to change your city, change your location, a VPN is a great way to go. Private Internet Access is one of the 2 VPNs that I recommend. My affiliate link is tlm.li/PIA. tlm.li is my own personal self-hosted link shortener. And if you are interested in a link that is not that one, the full real link, let me know and I can post that. But with this service, you can get a 2 years of it for $70. So pay $70, you get 2 years, and you have a 7-day money-back guarantee. If it's not working for you, you can go ahead and get your money back within that period of time. They have servers in 33 different countries. And you can see that they are very well recommended by a variety of other folks. You can have, I think, up to 5 devices simultaneously attached. So if you are in need of a VPN, go ahead and have a look at the link below in the description. So thanks for coming along with there, and let's go ahead and jump over to our privacy news. And first on the privacy news, this is from Aetna. Of course, Aetna is that massive conglomerate health insurance company that CVS now owns. They are creating an app, a mobile app to tie in with your Apple device, and they promise not to use your data against them. Yeah, with a little subnote that their terms and conditions can change at any time without notice. They're just going to get like a certain number of people on here, and then all bets are off. This market's going to go away. They're going to change your terms and conditions. They're going to be collecting all the data, using it against you. But this is the press release from their own website. Again, the links are on the news article here for SwitchedtoLinux.com, and that will be in the description down below. All right, so created in collaboration with Apple, Attain is the name of it, by Aetna, is a direct-to-member experience that blends activity-driven incentives and rewards with personalized health recommendations. Doesn't that just sound glorious? So this is an app that you use on your Apple Watch specifically, and it's going to measure your activity, tell you about your health actions, it's going to give you some tips, and we even have rewards. The rewards they're going to give us, look at this. You've earned 8,750 points, and that's $2.75. So you can get rewards. Oh boy, you can get gift certificates. That's great. Give all of your data to them. But they promise not to use it, guys. Just to let you know, they promise not to use it. Oh, why does everything have to earn rewards these days? Like, we're going to earn rewards. Dave Ramsey says it right, guys, that no millionaires ever made their money by the kickbacks. All of this will be in a unified health experience, providing to Aetna members in a single app on a device they may already own and use regularly. Participation, requires that Aetna members have an iPhone 5S or later and an Apple Watch Series 1 or later. And basically, they're measuring everything that you're doing, but don't worry. Let's see. User privacy and data security are at the heart of Attain. How many times have you heard that? Like, doesn't Facebook even say that? Yeah, we know how much they take it seriously. User privacy and data security at the heart of Attain. Well, what do you think they're going to say? Do you think that they're going to sit here and be going, we just don't care. We collect all this stuff. It's just on an open S3 bucket. I mean, nobody cares, but, whatever. All Attain health data is encrypted on the device in transit and on Apple and Aetna's servers. So, yes, you are indeed storing all of this health data on their servers, on a health insurance company servers. Do not be a sheeple, and give your data, all of your private health data, to a health insurance company. This is stupider than giving all of your data to a drunken moron on the streets of New York City in exchange for a cookie. Don't give your data away to these people. No bueno, no bueno. Okay, I mean, come on. This is a data collection being done and stored on the servers of a health insurance company. And by the way, their terms are going to change anytime they want. They'll just toggle that switch and your data is theirs. Isn't that fascinating? Well, on to this one. This was the FaceTime bug, which Apple was, in fact, there's even a lawsuit going on about this and an investigation going on about this. So what this here specifically is about is that because of this new feature that they put in FaceTime where you can have up to 32 people on a single FaceTime chat, why on earth do you need that many people on a FaceTime chat, people? But anyway, because of a bug and a flaw in that platform, there was a problem that if somebody called you and you ignored it, they could listen in. In fact, it was when they called you, at the point they were calling you, they could hear everything going on your device. When you clicked the button, the power button to dismiss the call and not accept it, that turned off the audio but turned on the camera. Isn't this glorious? And then basically, this was sort of an issue with this. Now, this is specifically related to that update allowing these group chats. Apple is aware of it, and they are going to be releasing a fix, which was supposed to be out this week, but they've pushed it off to next week. So next week there will be a fix out for this. All right, and so with this, they're aware of the issue. It is a warning. You can disable the app entirely, which I'd highly recommend you do unless you specifically are needing it. Definitely disable this app until that fix is out. And if you are reliant on this app, definitely upgrade. Download the upgrade or the patch for this as soon as it is available. But because of this, a lawyer is actually suing them over it, because with FaceTime, what they're doing is saying that the FaceTime bug allowed the recording of a deposition, which is a huge deal. Texas attorney said, "I didn't update my iPhone to enable unsolicited eavesdropping." All right, so a Houston attorney sued Apple over the recently disclosed FaceTime bug, which can allow third parties to serendipitously listen to FaceTime calls via an iPhone microphone. The lawsuit filed Monday evening in Harris County District Court. Larry Williams claimed the company was negligent when allowed microphone to be used in this way. The plaintiff was undergoing a private deposition with a client when this defective product breach allowed for the recording of a private deposition. All right, so this is probably not going to turn well into Apple. They'll probably come down here and settle this, is my guess. But just to keep in mind, guys, don't always do every single update. I don't always do every single update. We have been sold the bill of updating everything. Update. All right, guys, you don't always need to update everything. Security on the internet is more about where you are and are not going, and less about how up to date your hardware is. Not to say we don't want to be on the internet on Windows XP or anything. And yes, you need to keep up on some of the security things and be aware of some issues. But just because there's an update doesn't mean you want to update it. But in this case, definitely update. Update. If you already got this bug, update. Update. All right. But the point of this is that this guy's phone updated. He didn't necessarily want it to, but it kept on prompting for an update. It updated and allowed his device to eavesdrop on him with the microphone. Guys, just keep your cell phones out of the room if you want to have a private conversation. It's probably the best thing to do in all reality. So with that being said, what else listens in on us? Well, 4.3 million app downloads were also discovered that were maliciously collecting your photographs, sending them out to bad places, and giving you full cover ads for naughty websites. Whoa. So this was a vulnerability in a dozen or so apps, and the settings system here, they looked into all this. I mean, look at this. This is literally the name of the thing. I'm not going to read it for monetization purposes, but if you can read this, that is exactly what the thing was called, what the back-end process was called. These guys weren't even trying to hide it. How did this get past Google, people? How did this get past Google? Holy crap, people. You know what we need to do? We really, really need to stop relying on the apps for your phones. Guys, you don't need apps. Very, very few things need an app. Most of the services you're doing can be done on a mobile website. One good one. You guys remember the exciting fun part about with the Weather Channel app, guys? Well, this is neat here, is I have here a little icon on my phone. Here. Would you stop? I have here a little icon here on the front, which literally is a shortcut to the weather on a Tor-enabled browser, which is going to pull up the weather for my locality right there, just with a little button, a widget to go directly to the website. I don't need the Weather Channel app that spies on everything I do. Firefox Claw is just fine. All right? We don't need to download an app for everything. Woo, get her app for this, get her app for that, get her app for this, get her app for that. No, use the web browsers almost every single time. Some instances, sure, you need an app, but stop downloading apps, people. Stop downloading apps. They're giving you this kind of stuff. They're giving you this kind of stuff. All right, it's collecting data, and then on top of that, this thing was acting as malware by hiding its icon to make it very difficult to disable. All right, so keep that in mind. Here's some more things that are going to the different resources. There's malicious use of the camera. Of course, a lot of these had very low ratings, but look at the also very high ratings. That's exciting to know. This is a list of all of the different package indicators. And I think there is a list of the apps somewhere. I can't seem to find it right here. But guys, keep in mind that apps oftentimes collect more data than a web browser can, especially if you're using a browser like Firefox Claw or Firefox Focus. Claw if you're getting it from F-Droid, Focus if you're getting it from the Play Store. This does not even have the capabilities of using the camera and using the GPS. It doesn't even have the capabilities of doing that. It is infinitely safer than downloading apps for everything you're trying to do. Stop downloading apps. Only get the apps that are absolutely critical. All right, so our last one here is, this is actually some very good news in the arena of security and privacy. And this is a San Francisco supervisor proposes a citywide ban on all facial recognition technologies. All right, so they're banning all facial recognition technologies in this. And so with this being said, what they're kind of doing and what they're kind of focusing on here is, now, of course, if you're not aware of the geography, San Francisco is kind of right next to, I think it's Auckland, or Oakland. Auckland, I think it's Australia. Oakland, which has a program in place that requires city approval before the police can even look into adopting any form of facial recognition. Well, these guys went a little step further, saying, no, we're just going to ban it entirely so the police can't serendipitously start collecting data with facial recognition scans. And among their report here is that they cited that oftentimes the AI involved in facial recognition is biased based upon who wrote it. And they tend to falsely identify blacks and women more than they would identify, us pasty white guys. And so with that, they say it is prejudicial towards certain racial groups and people classes, and therefore they want to completely ban it. So this is good news, and right in the heart of Silicon Valley too. Take that, Silicon Valley. So with that being said, this is really good news and very, very fascinating, very, very nice news. And I like ending on good news privacy. We need to support this kind of stuff and get this kind of law passed throughout this country in various places. So those are kind of my thoughts on these news stories. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Thank you for making it to the end of this Switch to Linux video. You can have a look at another video right on over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel or to Think Life Media, which is my own personal support page. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.